reason in the judge's eyes to be able to come back and get the decision.
Do you think that maybe Sergey has always had people kind of fight his fight, and maybe in the fight with Ward made it more difficult for him?
No, honestly, I just think the fact that Sergey, if he said he got fatigued, it didn't allow him to keep up the pressure the way he was doing it. That was his biggest downfall. Because up until that point, when he let Ward back in the game by not pressuring Ward, he was dominating. Ward was befuddled by the jab, he was off balance, he knew what to do, the combination of catching, and he was pretty much, he was baffled. But once Sergey slowed down, now Ward had a chance to start thinking more, got back into his game, and allowed him to creep back into it. Not to win it, but he did just to make it closer, but he got the decision. So if Sergey can, if the condition is where it's supposed to be, he didn't allow Ward to do what Ward's going to try to do, then he wins the fight. Because he proved that in the first half of the first fight that he could do that. But he didn't prove he could sustain that attack. That was the downfall.
Do you think this is more of a fight, not so much the physical, the second fight, but more between the ears, mentally, who's going to be stronger?
That could play a part. If you're not a strong mental sound fighter, that could play a part. But both fighters are pretty mentally strong and sharp. So that's all the BS they're talking. That's gamesmanship. They're all trying to get inside each other's head. That's all that is. But once the bell rings and Sergey hits him with a good shot, that's going to change Ward's perception. Now, if Ward can deflect and all that, then Sergey's in trouble.
Is there bad blood between these two guys, or is it just created, pre-fight?
If it's bad blood, only they know why. I don't know what it should be.
Kovalev has been saying that Ward and his team have been seeing a lot of junk or trash talk. Yeah. What's the trash talk do you think that they're saying? What's getting to Kovalev? Yeah, what's Ward saying is getting to Kovalev?
You know what? I haven't listened to it, so I don't know what they're saying. I leave it alone.
John, going a little bit off topic, what do you think about Canelo versus Golovkin?
Good fight. It's a good fight for the fans. Great fight for the fans. They deserve that fight. Going to be an interesting fight. Canelo learned a lot in the defeat to Floyd. He's grown. Not so much for Triple G. He's kind of on a downward slide, slowly. Not a big obvious in a way, but it's gonna be an interesting fight.
How do you see it play out?
I have no idea what they're gonna do. It depends on who can impose whose will and skill on the fighter. It's a good fight for the fans. It's the right time. So hopefully they both come out and do what they're supposed to do and make it a very good fight that the fans will want to buy more fights next year.
What do you think is Triple G's biggest flaw?
Defense. He really has no defense. He overpowered most of his opponents. Defense is kind of limited.
Are you impressed with Canelo based on his last couple performances?
Am I impressed with him?
Yeah.
I think he's improved. So it should be an interesting fight.
If you were preparing